Now we know what a rebase looks like and how it actually works under the hood. However, you might still wonder why rebases even exist. I mean, we already have merging. Rebasing and merging seem to do something very similar. They both take existing commits from one branch and roll those commits into the history of another branch. So if I'm working on the apple pie recipe and I want to also get the spaghetti recipe, I can have both in the same history, either by merging or rebasing. So why do we have two ways of doing something similar? And the reason why we have both merge and rebase is that they have different trade-offs. Let's focus on merge first. The whole point of merging is that it preserves history exactly as it happened. In this case, for example, you can clearly see that the pink commits and the blue commits were created independently, maybe by two developers working in parallel, and then they were merged into one single timeline. If there were any conflicts during the merge, then this merge commit would include fixes to the conflicts. There is nothing else to understand really, it's this simple. But merging becomes a bit less simple when you're looking at a large project where it's used a lot. For example, let me show you the Git project for a popular open source library. I'm using a tool called source tree to visualize the Git history. As you can see, there is a lot of branching and merging going on. Look at this area here. The developers seem to have been particularly merge happy in this period, so it can be very hard to follow the way that all of these branches diverged and then converged again. It's hard to understand, for example, which of these commits are contributing to which branches. Compare this graphical tool to the git log command that we've been using so far. In a project such as this one, git log can be misleading. The log is showing history as if it were a single long timeline, one commit after another. But that's not what the project's history actually looks like. It looks like a graph, not a line. The log is squashing the real history somehow, interleaving unrelated commits from different branches as if they were connected to each other, while they aren't. So, merges preserve the project history, and in general that's good, except that the project history can be complicated and confusing, so that's not always necessarily a good thing. But one thing is for sure, merges never lie.